10 boys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
That was too abrupt, though.
Yep.
Oh, was that the podcast starting?
That was a podcast starting.
We are outside.
Yes.
Do you hear any wind or a fan blowing in the distance?
Probably can't even hear.
No, you
it
can
picks
hear,
up
you can hear it a
very
little
low,
bit.
but yeah, just so you know that you
Yeah.
hear in the background.
We're outside.
We
So
are
headphone
outside.
users, you're probably the only ones really suffering from it.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So the big news of the night. We just watched
McMay?
Mayweather
Mayweather won. And May won.
Maymac?
Yeah, Mayweather won
May.
with the stoppage.
Pretty
was a
much
great
how I
fight.
said it was gonna
10th round.
go. I said 8th, but I said that he wasn't gonna be able to keep Mayweather off him. He's gonna get to a point where he
But
was
I
gonna be
mean,
taking shots.
8th round,
The ref
he was
gonna
still
stop
back
it.
and forth.
Yeah, he just hit a wall all of a sudden.
Yeah,
He just
like
hit a
that
wall.
Yeah, in the
round.
ninth round, yeah.
Yeah, the 9th round, he took a good shot, and but I think that's why the ref stopped it, though.
He was taking good shots.
McGregor made a good point where saying, he goes, I get wobbly when I'm tired.
Yeah.
Which he does. If you do look at his fights, he does look like
But he was getting hit.
But he was getting hit, and that's
Yeah,
the
and
thing.
the chin.
Well, right before the ref stopped it, there was one punch where McGregor looked like he let off before he was about to hit him.
Mhm.
And I feel like if he hit him before the ref stopped it, he would have knocked him out at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mayweather probably.
He was about to go down.
Yeah, but I think they should have let him go down.
He wasn't defending himself anymore, though. He was just like cowering, kind of, and he was eating shots.
Yeah, good
He
point.
really wasn't defending himself, so that's why.
That's why they stopped it.
In boxing, it's sometimes it's better to take a knee if you're hurt,
Yeah,
and they like guys. Sometimes their pride doesn't let them.
yeah. Take a knee, get the count, and then stand up. And then, yeah.
Like that's a strategy. Like when sometimes you see the ref coming in close,
Like when
you have to do something.
it's a good point because like when I saw what's his name that Fonseca,
Yeah.
when he dropped like that, I kind of thought that's what he was doing. You know what I mean?
But he let the count
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
yeah, but then he let the count.
Then he
go
had the count go like.
all the way to 10.
Yeah. Oh
and
fuck.
try to say he got hit in the back of the
That
head.
was such a stupid fucking ending to a fight.
Yeah.
That was so fucking
So
stupid.
the main event was good though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was good.
It was way better. I thought it was. I wanted to see it because of the spectacle of it all, but I thought it was
good.
going to be a boring fight.
Yeah.
But it was a great fight.
Mayweather
It was.
for sure showed his age.
He did. He definitely did. But he still.
He still had the fucking grit. And
Yeah.
like, the greatness in him to pull it out.
Yeah, and McGregor. I was surprised at how well he did.
Yeah, the length and his distance.
There was
Was
like
really well.
I want to say, was it the 6th round? No, what like it was like somewhere like the 5th or 6th round that I thought maybe McGregor was like, holy shit, he might actually win this.
I don't know. Yeah, like the 3rd round, I was like, damn, he might go the distance.
Yeah, but yeah. But then like once he because McGregor took over for a bit, and like
He won like arguably three consecutive. The first 3
the
rounds.
first 3 rounds were all
Could
McGregor.
have won.
The 4th round was a little back and forth. Mayweather took that, I think.
I mean, from the
No, there
fourth
was
round
one.
on, it started to become even.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a point in there where I was like, fuck, I thought McGregor might have actually had a chance.
He just hit a wall. Over
Yeah, that's what it was. If
But he
wouldn't-
got hit, and that helps you hit the wall.
Yeah, well, because you're taking body shots, you lose your stamina, you lose your wind. You're not breathing as hard because you're fucking.
And Mayweather was coming forward at him.
Yeah, Mayweather was way more aggressive this fight. Like
I told you he was. I had a feeling he was gonna go for the knockout.
Yeah, I mean he had to. I mean, and he said he was going to.
Yeah.
But then again, he said he would. He said he would. In other fights too, where he was still doing the whole.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, but
Yeah.
I think overall.
But I think with that fight in particular, if he didn't go
Because
for a
everybody was
knockout,
giving like McGregor.
I think McGregor would have gone the distance if he wasn't so aggressive.
Yeah, I think yeah.
With the combination of him getting hit like that and
But
being tired.
but yeah,
running around.
maybe. But he wasn't that aggressive. He wasn't overly aggressive.
Mayweather.
No.
Well, I'm just
McGregor.
saying.
McGregor.
McGregor wasn't overly
He was
aggressive.
countering. He was
Yeah.
not like he was chasing
Yeah.
him and throwing all sorts of unnecessary punches. He
Yeah.
was throwing good punches.
Yeah.
Like nothing that he threw was like, oh, that was a ridiculous punch to throw.
No,
Like he didn't whiff really on anything.
not really. No,
Like
he
he
actually,
didn't. He might have not landed really clean punches, but he wasn't whiffing on anything.
No, I mean he was still throwing some accurate punches. And, like he was The one thing, the thing that kept pissing me off though was like, and we kept calling McGregor on the whole hammer punch, hammer fist.
Yeah.
But Mayweather did keep throwing his back to
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Well,
Anytime,
he stopped when the ref told him to
yeah.
stop.
Finally, when the ref finally came in and were like, "Hey,
I'm not going to do shit if you do that, because you
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
And he stopped. He was like, alright.
he was like, okay."
And then McGregor did stop the hammer fist eventually.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
kind of.
He's
I
still
don't know.
trying to sneak a little punch every
Yeah.
now and then with in a clinch or something.
Good fight, though.
It was and it was crazy how like the first couple rounds it was like you could see. I think Mayweather was definitely trying to fill out McGregor, and McGregor was trying to get his boxing head on. Like he was trying to get his head in boxing and out of because like it took I'd say the first 3 rounds. Like again he was coming out strong, but he kept doing the way he was clinching
Yeah.
and the way he was throwing the hammer fists.
Yeah.
It was like
He never does that in boxing and MMA, though. He never does those punches.
good point.
What's that sound?
But I think in MMA like
Wait, hold on.
I think it's an airplane.
I think it's a plane. Yeah.
No, that talking.
Could be a TV.
Or music.
It could be in the
You hear,
house.
like, Mexican music, though?
Yeah, it could be across the
Yeah.
street. What was it saying now?
He's telling
That's definitely a plane.
No, I'm talking about that music.
I think it's the TV. I think we could just hear the TV, but it's fine.
It's the Mexican music?
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Okay, I hear it now.
yeah. It's just I don't know. Hopefully it's not picking up. I mean, if it
I don't
is,
think
it
it's
is.
picking up because we could really hear it.
Yeah. What was it saying?
I feel like it's gotten louder.
Yeah,
it was like,
As long as it's like. That's my jam. Shit. I was saying something.
you could hear that shit.
Yeah, it definitely got louder. Well, because the fight's over and everyone's drunk still, so. But yeah, overall a great fight. What do you think about Mayweather saying that's it, he's done?
What?
What do you think about Mayweather?
That's everybody. He's kept saying it was his last fight.
Yeah.
And what else is he gonna do?
I know. I mean, there's not much.
Why fight?
Yeah,
He
who
just made a
else is he gonna
fucking-
fight?
Yeah, he's 50-0, and like, I don't think McGregor wants to rematch.
I don't know how much he made. I forgot to check how much he made, but he probably made like close to 200 million
Probably.
just on his purse.
And
Yeah, I think
170.
McGregor's humbled by the whole thing. Like he's like, fuck, that fucked me up.
He did good though.
Yeah. But like
He did.
just from like how tired he was, he's
Yeah.
probably like, fuck, I'm gonna stick to MMA.
I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, I
He
think.
might do another boxing match though.
Maybe.
He could make money
But
doing
who would
it.
he fight?
Canelo. Whoever wins Triple G, Canelo.
Do you think? Oh man, you know what? That would actually be a pretty good fight.
I would buy that.
I would buy that too, especially after like he did way better than I thought he would do. He did way better than I anticipated.
Canelo didn't win any rounds against Mayweather, and McGregor did win some. Granted, Canelo didn't get stopped,
Yeah.
but McGregor did win some rounds where
Yeah.
Canelo didn't even win any. Canelo made it one round, and where McGregor was pretty close.
Won a
up
solid
until-
3 rounds.
It was pretty close up until that, like he just hit a wall.
Uh-huh.
I think it was still pretty close. Like up until the last until the 10th round. Well, no, yeah, it was the 10th round.
Ninth.
Ninth
Ninth.
round. 9th round is when he hit the wall, right?
Yeah,
That's,
ninth.
yeah. So up
He
until
was
the 9th
getting hurt.
round, it was
He was
really
getting-
close.
It looked like he could have got stopped in that 9.
I swear, dude, that shit's getting loud.
It is getting louder. It's getting closer. It sounds like too. Like they just parked in front of your house, bumping music all of a sudden. There's
It
someone.
sounds like it's coming from the garage or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. We got a phantom Mexican around here.
Yeah.
This is what the hell.
It's the Mariachi Murderer.
The Mariachi Murderer.
First, you will hear mariachi music slowly getting louder and louder, and then you will taste the taste of jalapenos in your mouth. Slowly, you will hear rattling of his Mexican boots slowly creeping from behind.
The rattling of his spurs as he gets closer.
And the last thing you will hear is
The Mariachi Murderer. I think you know what? I'm gonna write a creepypasta about the Mariachi Murderer. You hear dum, 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 dum.
How about Demi Lovato with that fucking
the dick throat? The dick deep throat.
land of the free.
Yeah, showing off her dick sucking skills.
Yeah.
in
Her
the
lips
middle
were
of
like
her-
going like this,
She was
Yeah.
shaking the whole time though. Like the
Yeah,
whole
she
time
was
she was
nervous.
singing, like she was shaking.
but she was holding that.
Her pinky was
microphone,
all like
kind of weird.
like she
Yeah.
had the mic
like almost
like
like she was eating some balls.
that
Like she was
pinky.
ready to
That
cradle.
pinky
Yeah.
was like
You know how when they grab like the shaft and balls,
yeah.
and
She
they,
was
like,
definitely.
suck it, or like that's how she kind of was.
That's her comfort move.
Like
The
this,
go-to
shaft
comfort
and
move.
balls. But she kind of had it at like a more cool angle.
Mhm.
Like, oh, this bitch has got some style. Her pinky's running right through the middle of my nutsack, splitting it in half.
That's what I was just thinking. I was gonna say that shit. Fuck.
She's definitely creative with her grips.
And it feels amazing because you never felt it before.
She copied my lion tattoo, bro.
Yeah,
That's why I
she
don't
did.
like
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Fucking shit, because she copied my lion tattoo.
It's almost exactly. It's like it's just making
Mine
it
is
slightly different.
ferocious. Hers is just like one of those pride.
Yeah, because yours has its mouth open,
Yeah, why wouldn't you get it with its badass teeth like
but hers is just like
hers is just like a proud lion.
just looking at you. Just
It's like Mufasa or something. Everyone's bitch ass Mufasa. You want a fucking brutal ass lion with a scar on his fucking.
So you're saying Scar?
Yeah, but not so fucking creepy. Like an actual like, oh, this dude's been around the block. He kills other male lions and he kills their babies.
Like an Aslan?
Well, that's what they do. They kill the babies if it's not their baby.
Do they?
Yeah.
because they're ensuring their own bloodline goes on.
And then dolphins would do that, but then the female dolphin will just like have sex with all the dolphins, so that, like they don't know exactly whose baby it is. So
Really?
they don't kill it. Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, it's brutal. Life is so brutal, and we just have it like nice and neat, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
You know what's
For the most part,
but
yeah.
you know what's like even better if you were like a dog of somebody who like really cared about you.
Like a rich person's dog or a fancy like
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because you don't gotta do anything. Just sleep all day,
eat.
at a specific time.
But at the same time, they
You
experience
can just
things
lick your
like
balls.
what is it,
These
like
are-
7 hours is a day? So like, we're
Wow.
gone. We go to work for like 8 hours. I think we're gone for like a full day.
And they'll just fuck around and sleep.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen
But
that
like
on
that's
Pets?
but it's like
Yeah,
when
you're kinda
dogs
locked
feel
up.
like you're fucking like they act like you've been
But
gone
that's what
for
I'm saying. If
fucking
you're like
millennia.
if you're a good owner and you take them out and shit,
Yeah.
the beach, hiking and shit. You're just a dog.
We don't really do that with the little dogs. We do that with the big dogs all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the little dogs aren't for hiking.
Because our little dogs are so naive. They'll go to
Well, they just
fucking.
get tired.
Well, I'm talking about mine specifically.
If you
Like
have them
they'll
on the
they'll go
leash.
up to like a fucking coyote if there was one, and be like, that's their best fucking friend.
Yeah.
Coyote.
The Coyote Killer.
Yeah.
There you go.
No.
I like
the
Mariachi Murderer.
Murderer, yeah. Zero, you played
The
the
World War II beta.
WW2 beta. What'd you think?
Which bank?
For the most part, it's a good game. It's a good game.
Is
Or
it just
the-
like all of the
It's
Call
like
of Duties?
it's like. No, I think it's better. It's just in the sense that it's back to boots on the ground because it's in World War II.
It's back to fucking steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
Running.
No wall running.
Yeah. No wall running.
I didn't like the wall running. Like it was a cool
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean it was a cool concept and but it just wasn't executed well. I think.
What I like about it most is that just the addition to the jumping and wall running. It required a special controller or something to be your best.
Yeah, to be effective with
to
it,
be
yeah.
Why?
above other people, Because you could use cuff controllers or something to have extra buttons, and then you don't never have to take the analogs after your thumbs off the analogs.
Yeah.
You can aim while doing everything.
Yeah.
Where if you had a normal controller, you would either have to set up your controller in a very confusing and and weird way in order to do that, or you're shit out of luck and you gotta make do with what you got.
Yeah, but people always cheat no matter what.
Well, technically that stuff's not considered cheating.
It's not considered cheating because it's a controller. It's not
Cheating.
I think it is, but
You should be just use standard.
like people are allowed to use that in professional.
Are they allowed to use those controllers?
Yeah, they use those controllers in Pro League.
I did not know that. I might go
Dude,
pro
we're
in
gonna get
Hearthstone.
killed by this Mariachi Murderer.
It's getting fucking closer.
It really is getting closer. Now I heard a voice like someone talking. He's gonna get us. We need to turn the light on out here. It's like
Oh yeah, I forgot about the light.
because we're in the dark,
Yeah, he's like in the corner.
and like we're all blinded by the laptop screen, so we can't see behind. Like
Yeah, he's just in the corner.
he's just there staring at us, watching, waiting for us to lower our
Playing
guard.
music on his phone very quietly.
I think that's gonna be the new.
Yeah, and then turns it up a notch every.
That's gonna be the name of the episode, the Mariachi Murderer. So if we don't make it through this, if the episode ends abruptly.
You know what
Let
happened?
me turn on this light. Let's pause this. Turn on this light.
All right, we're back. We have a light now.
Out of the darkness.
Out of the darkness.
And for some reason, I hear no more mariachi.
Yeah, we turned the light on and the mariachi music
Mhm.
stopped. We foiled him.
He only works in the dark.
He was in like Solid Snake, fucking worm crawling towards us with his cell phone playing fucking Despacito. Despacito.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it makes so much sense because he's moving slowly. It's his fucking anthem for whenever he fucking does that shit.
Oh fuck. I'm serious. I'm gonna write a creepypasta about the Mariachi Murderer. So I'm gonna write a backstory, the whole thing. Just
You will smell the smell of carne asada.
it's tapatío. All right. So you were saying about the World War II beta, Mr. Weezy. It's more boots on ground.
What was I saying? More boots on ground. I mean, it's good right now. I couldn't tell you if it's just honeymoon phase or what, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot more fun than I have been on Call of Duty in a while.
Nice. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, because I feel like Call of Duty's been burnt out for a couple of years.
Yeah, I don't like that they come out with one like so all the time.
I think I haven't enjoyed Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've played them, and they're just kind of like...
Yeah, it kills it for me.
Yeah.
It's like a song that
I
they
get
remix.
a little bit of a Black Ops 2 vibe just with
You know
like World War II weapons because like
Nice.
I feel about
as
Call
far
of
as like the
Duty,
smoothness of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel about Call of Duty like is that Smashing Pumpkin song? Somebody once told me
That's,
the word. Who's Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth?
Smash,
Smashing
I want to hear
Pumpkins is
Smashing
Corbin.
Pumpkins' version of that now. It's just a fucking depressing ass,
Yeah.
just like slow.
Yeah, like that song's good, but it's because it was so like popular and pop pop culture and like
Yeah.
constantly played and fucking
Right.
like you're kind of like this song is corny as fuck.
Shit.
You know
But
what
I
I
can't
mean?
help but jam out to it.
Like it's a good song. It's like a great song. It's that like if you really look at the song like
Yeah.
objectively, it's a great
Uh-huh.
song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's not just a good song. It's actually like a great song.
Yeah.
But because it's like on Shrek
Yeah.
and on like commercials and like
We were just talking about it earlier. Like,
Yeah.
like that song is
kills
like
it.
it's like a super like okay, like, I'm just gonna play this for you just for
some
a little
songs
bit.
are too catchy for their own good, and that's kind of like with Call of Duty.
listen
like
to
they
this.
come
Listen,
out
listen to
with.
this. I want to pick up on the mic too, but yes, this is Frozen for those listening.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the
This is behind the Frozen music.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's tunes to Frozen.
I noticed that. No.
When he gets to the chorus is when it's like perfectly.
No,
like,
he wants the "Don't Stop Coming" one.
Yeah, I like that one. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh.
I literally was gonna say that. That's the best one.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, don't stop coming.
But
That sounds like a Linkin Park song.
but have you seen? There's this dude. I can't remember his name right now.
And they don't stop coming. That's my favorite one.
That one is pretty fucking awesome.
All the rest suck compared to that one, except for the other one too that just says somebody, 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 somebody. That was the best one.
There you go.
Somebody wants
The Don't Stop Coming one is just good because it keeps going to that fucking frame where it's like,
Yeah. And they don't stop coming.
She was looking kind of dumb
This thing you gotta kind of fast forward it, because it's like, because the first part of the song is the song. You know, it's like, this is a good song though.
Hey, no, keep it going. Shit, I love that one. Dude. Keep it going for a little while.
yeah, that just brings me joy.
Yeah, it
anytime
does, it
I
really
listen to
does.
it.
This is. And you don't stop coming. And you don't stop coming.
Oh, I love it, dude.
They'll never stop coming.
Alright.
Oh, God.
The water's getting warm so they don't stop coming. They like do it so smoothly.
Yeah, seriously.
If you don't stop coming.
Have you guys seen this
my
guy?
God. No.
This guy, he does. It's just. Oh, I got stupid ass commercial.
Fucking ad. We're
Stupid
just,
Yelp.
just watching YouTube videos on a podcast.
So listen to this.
No biggie.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've seen it. Yeah, I don't like this. It's not funny.
We'll watch.
What's this?
Sometimes I sing stupid songs.
Somebody once told me the world is
It's just him singing All-Star over this beat, right?
Behind what song?
That's
Linkin
Bring It
Park?
Back to Life. Evanescence. But then watch. So he's got a whole fucking.
Oh, I gotta go to his channel. Nothing you killed our fun.
God damn it.
You still got fun. We were having fun.
But he does this.
We were having so much fun.
And here you
Commenting
come
on-
with your
with your bullshit. Just some
15% success rate
Oh,
videos.
look at it.
Lower than that. We don't want to see this fat guy sing a song in a like melancholy one-tone voice. It's not that funny. Like, yeah, it's a fat guy
But look
who's
at
a nerd. Like, okay, we get it. Oh my god, this is not gonna be funny either.
This one has more build-up, but
I don't.
Get outta here.
Is the angle supposed to be funny or something?
I think the
Is it-
angle. I think he does.
Just,
he
just
does
that it
It's because he's a fat guy.
highlights his fucking gigantic double chin.
Yeah, I think that's
Is
part
that
of
what
it.
it's supposed to be?
That's all it is.
You fucking sick fuck.
It's not that funny.
That's part of it. But watch.
It's not funny. This is not funny. We knew he was gonna sing that.
It's
too.
always that song.
We knew that already. We already knew that.
It's always that song. He does like fucking.
They have that video where they put that on like every single song.
This dude. That's what he does. He
I
just
know,
does
but
that
he's
song
not that
over
funny.
every different beat.
It's not that funny.
I don't know. To me, it gets me. I don't know why. It just gets me.
You
I don't
ruined.
know
You
what
ruined our.
You're down to fucking 8%.
We were.
8%.
Our shit was like. Boo, 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 boo. Now like you came on with this bullshit. And you fucked up our rhythmic.
Fucking buzzkill.
No, not bad.
Was killing him. See, you fucking totally turned off Mariachi fucking murderer over there.
He's gone now.
Yeah. We thought we could turn the Mariachi Murderer. Be a friend.
Be a friend.
Somebody.
We could get him to kill our enemies. But no.
Over the Mario. I started singing All
I even said, didn't I say like the only good ones are that one that we watched? And then the one that just goes, somebody.
somebody.
What was the other one? There was another one that it speeds up every time they say.
Somebody.
Is it every time they say somebody?
Yeah.
He doesn't say somebody that much in the
That's
thing.
Yes,
still
he
not
does.
that funny. Still not that funny.
No, it's every time they say the.
No, it's
No.
Every time it says the, it speeds up.
not that funny.
I mean,
The Don't Stop Coming is great.
The only one that's funny when they speed it up is when you watch a B movie, and every single time they say B, it speeds up, and it's like
yeah, it's
and
All
then
Star. Every time it's
an hour and a half movie ends up becoming like 3 minutes long because they say B so many fucking times.
Yeah. No, see, the All Star. Every time it's speed up. Every time they say the. So it's the word the.
Well, there goes our fucking podcast on fucking Smash Mouth
Smash
fucking
Mouth.
videos.
How do you guys feel about movies when the trailer's been spoiled? Like when the trailer has like a major spoil in it.
I don't like trailers.
Does it ruin the movie for you?
I usually get turned off. I don't.
How about we talk about what's gonna happen on the finale of
Game of Thrones,
Actually, I just saw a story about that.
Mr.
There's a
Mr.
popular fan theory.
I
I don't watch them.
That the Night King is actually a Stark.
I hear the theory that the Night King is Bran.
Yeah, right.
From like the
He went
future
back in
or
time.
the past or
Yeah.
some shit. But yeah, like he went back in time and he ended up being the person who they stuck the dragon glass in their heart or whatever. He became the Night King and he started turning evil.
Yeah, that's right. And he's like trying to stop himself. Very interesting. But who knows?
You think Danny and John are gonna get married?
Come on. I don't know.
I think Cersei's gonna die.
Oh, the fan theory that people are thinking is going to happen in the next one is the Hound versus the Mountain.
Yeah, the Clegane Bowl.
Yeah. I didn't realize it.
Because George R. R. Martin, when they interviewed him a while ago, and they said that the only time he will ever intend the Hound dying or the Mountain dying is by the hands of the Hound.
Yeah.
And well,
Kinda spoiled it.
everyone's been
Kind of spoiled it there.
But he's a zombie
No.
right now, right?
Huh?
He's a
Well,
zombie right now.
kinda.
Like, how is he kind of a zombie?
He's pretty much a zombie.
Yeah, he's.
Because I've seen some videos, some photos, some video
Doesn't
clips
mean
of it.
he's like all like.
No, I know. Yeah, he's still.
He's competent. He takes orders.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's a robot.
But he's like he's pale and all.
He's like.
Well, he's
purple.
like he's not pale. He's like
He's like purple.
purple. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all fucking dead looking.
He's like completely bruised all around.
He's like a plum. He's like a.
He looks like he's suffocated, and he's just stayed like that.
Yeah.
That last episode was crazy.
That last episode was good. That actually
Yes,
like those 2 episodes that I watched with you guys last week,
Yeah,
the last 2 weeks, they got me like I'm actually going back and watching it now.
Yeah, they're good.
It's fucking good.
show.
It's like that last episode sold me. Did you guys see that meme I sent you guys?
man.
Wait, what? Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
zombie
yeah.
just
Him
fucking
holding the
took
blue
his
eyes
brutal ass spear. It still kind of pissed me off though, because there was a lot of little hokiness to that. So the dude fucking hit the spear.
Yeah, he fucking threw a spear harder than that fucking
Then a fucking
ballista
scorpion?
could.
Yeah.
Probably it's like an enchanted sort of spear. Granted, it's probably enchanted somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has some fucking
And
magic to it.
he's like this. He's magical
Zero
as well,
gravity
isn't
spear.
Huh?
he? And isn't he like magical? Like he's got some
Yeah.
powers of some kind.
I'm sure he does.
Powers,
So
man.
he could fucking.
He might have some sort of super strength.
He has
Yeah.
crazy ass powers.
Yeah.
That
You don't know the extent of his powers.
I love that Jiro just called it perfectly though. It was just like it was what was it? The dragon's gonna open its eye. It's gonna be a blue, and then it's gonna end. Like that's.
we all said that. I said
Yeah.
that too. I was like, oh, one of the dragons is gonna die. Watch
Well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you said one of the dragons is gonna die, but after that, I'm like, all right,
He
they're
called
gonna,
it
when
exactly
they pull
how
the
that
water
episode
out,
No, I knew that too. Like I was
he's
saying,
gonna open his eye. It's gonna be blue.
Yeah.
And
There's no other
Paint it
way.
black.
I mean, like he turns
Credits.
everything else into fucking.
Yeah.
Everything he kills, he turns into his fucking thing.
Mhm.
I mean, as soon as you saw them dragging out of the ice, you knew it was gonna happen. But
Right.
because there's that moment of hope is when he goes under the ice. It's like, okay, It's
They
gone.
can't get him.
They can't get it. It's gone. Like,
Yeah, but
but
they chained that fool out.
yeah,
somehow.
they fucking dragged him out of the ice. That shit was intense, man.
We were saying like, what if that was a trap because he seemed oddly prepared
yeah.
to get that dragon out the
But how
water.
did he know?
But
'Cause he's like
how
Brendan.
did he know
could
they
see
were
the
gonna?
future.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he is. He probably is fucking Brendan.
Yeah, it's getting more and more.
He kind of looks like him. If you think about it, they kind of look alike.
Yeah, maybe like a little bit older.
Yeah.
It's intense. Like I'm not gonna catch up by tomorrow, like on the
I
show.
mean, if Hodor
but-
was like affected by something from the future as a kid,
Yeah. By
like,
him just saying hold the door.
yeah. That was one of the best episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Peter.
Don't
I
tell him.
know about that part.
Oh.
Like that was on the. It was kind of like when Glenn died in fucking Walking Dead. Like even if you've never watched the show, you know about it and you know how he died because fucking like
Glenn.
the internet just blew it the fuck up.
Glendetta.
That ever
I wonder
since
if
that
that
happened, I've been losing more and more interest in Walking Dead, even though I do love the show. But
Yeah,
like
me
ever
too.
since that happened, like
I can't-
it was the way they did it that really
Well,
irritated me. How they teased the death of somebody and then just
I don't like when they tease that.
they made us. The thing is, it was a season finale that they did that, where like
They
most
teased it.
shows would do that at the end of an episode, and then next week you see what happens.
Yeah.
This we had to wait
to
Yeah,
find out.
you
like
gotta wait
6 months
to
to
find
find out who died. We found out two
I
people
remember
died.
That. I remember that.
That really.
I hate when they tease deaths too. When they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Someone's gonna
next
die."
week, yeah, one of your favorite characters is not."
Yeah, because then it's like, yeah, it's like fucking okay. Now I have to watch.
And I know
There's, like-
somebody's gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
I'm prepared for it. That's why
Um,
Game of Thrones is badass. Because you don't
Because
know
Game of
who's
Thrones,
gonna
you
die.
don't know who the fuck's gonna die. People
You
just
don't,
fucking
like in the
die.
first season, you didn't even know who the main character is. You still kind of.
Yeah. You still kind of don't.
It's
You're
Jon
like,
Snow.
yeah, you do. Yeah, but that
It
wasn't
kinda
until,
is
that
Jon
wasn't until the
Snow.
5th season until you really like realize he's the main character. He's
He's
the
kind of the main character.
The
Yeah.
one thing that bugged me about that last episode we watched is like how many red shirts they had, just out of nowhere.
You
There
know
was
what?
like, there was
I
like
don't
6
know-
of them walking.
I don't know if I
all of a
was
sudden, like 3
I
of
don't
them
know-
die.
I don't know if I was tripping too, but like when some of those whites were attacking, it kind of just looked like dudes in like black, like
No,
all
yeah,
black,
Some
right?
of them
Didn't
were.
it?
Some of them were.
Wasn't it just
I
like
did
a
notice that
guy,
as well.
like a straight up
Like-
regular guy, just in all black, like
But no, they had
like
like
as if the CGI.
It was probably just so they didn't have the CGI, so it looked more real when they were attacking.
yeah.
But it just looked like just
Like-
regular black dudes just grabbing people. Like
Yeah.
what?
Oh.
Like what's going on? These are just regular guys. They don't
Yeah,
look
like a black shroud. Like
Not
Like-
even they had like it was like a
like a morph suit.
No, you know, like those about those guys who are in like ballerina dances who wear all black and kind of help the help the dancers move to seem more like they're flying. And
Oh.
but you're not
I don't know,
supposed
I
to see them
didn't-
because they're
I don't
kind of
know
in the
about
black.
that.
Yeah, the morph suits. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they were kind of in it, and they just had their face cut out, and they were like, ah. I don't know if I was tripping, but I could have sworn I saw that at one point, like that there was just regular dudes.
maybe they
And
forgot
those,
to
like,
edit it or something.
those,
And you
like,
caught it.
That's what I think. Like, I think they put CGI over these things to make them look
Uh-huh.
like they're people, but they have CGI over it.
Yeah,
to make them
maybe
look
they
like they're,
forgot to
like,
do it on that guy.
I think it's just something like I don't know. Are you googling it?
I'm trying to get the image of all the White Walkers over there, but that's not the same one.
We could watch it in the house and check.
Yeah, check
I
it
don't
out,
know if
yeah.
we care that much, but I don't know if I was tripping or not. But I could have sworn.
I could have
just
sworn
see-
I did notice
I
something
saw
like that
that
too.
where it's just like their face and they're wearing just tights, black tights.
Jon Snow is a White Walker. For any people who are losing their shit over it.
It's just a picture.
Yeah, it's just pictures. Like someone just fan art. It's not really. But like, okay, it kept bugging me. It was like it kept taking me out of the scene where, like, because like there was like what? How many people did it take with them? It was like 8 guys. Maybe?
I thought it was just those guys.
Yeah, I
didn't
thought
know
it was
that
just
there
those main guys. Then you see like 4 or 5 people.
Well-
I swear I saw the same guy die
Okay,
twice.
no.
Yeah.
In the last episode, there was 7. You only saw 7 people walk out.
Yeah.
But in the next episode, you saw there was 10. There was 3 guys following them, basically holding all the supplies.
Yeah, but still
and
more
stuff.
than 3 guys died.
Yeah, more than 3
No,
guys.
3
died.
guys died.
No,
Are you sure?
there was
Yeah.
like the polar bear.
There was-
There's
yeah.
there's the polar
Polar
bear
bear.
guy, and then
There was a guy that got when they got chased down. I think a guy got
Yeah,
chased down.
remember
Yeah.
he falls.
and then
Get up.
another guy falls into like off the little like rock into like a sea of fucking White Walkers.
But then there was the other guy that falls in the ice. So there was 4 that died.
I think there was more than that, though. We gotta watch.
Because there was like, I remember they're running,
Mhm.
and like the ice breaks. Or no, I think they're on the thing, and he falls in, and the ice breaks, and he gets sucked down.
Mhm.
I don't remember. No, I think it was right before they got on the rock. The ice broke.
Right.
I think they got a guy too when they're on the rock. Like they
Yeah,
dragged
and then
him
one
and
guy gets
started
dragged
eating
in
him.
off the rock. So I think at least four guys died that I can remember.
And that was the one I was talking about, where it seemed like a guy, just guys,
Just guys in
and
black
black.
morph suits.
not fucking dead.
Uh-huh.
But
zombie
see, I think the
things.
guy that fell through the ice earlier, and the guy that gets dragged off the rock, that was the same guy that died twice.
Well, the polar bear guy, and then the one that got dragged under the ice were the same.
Or the same guy. Okay.
I think.
But yeah, I was like that one that bugged me.
But what bugged me was the fact that fucking Drogar was like just here with his back turned with the like main guy, and everybody was facing this way when the main guys-
to
he was
be honest,
literally like not.
they
that
don't
far
know
away.
that's the main guy. This is
Snow
the
knows-
first time Danny has been there.
But Jon Snow knows that's the main guy, and he's being a stupid ass trying to be
Jon-
like, "Oh, Daenerys is here. Oh, I need to show
I-
everybody."
I think
can-"
what they were trying
Yeah.
to get at was John was going to try and defeat the Night King at that very point.
But
Like
he was
he
frozen
was
up until that
taking
point.
he was
Yeah,
taking
but he
all
could've
down,
been like,
and then he was
hey.
looking at the Night King like, let's do this, motherfucker, and then shit goes down, and he's like,
yeah, but he
fuck.
could have been like, "Hey, Dragon, can you breathe fire in that direction where the main guy is?"
Burn that guy.
And he's about to throw a spear at your brother.
Yeah, just watch
Yeah.
out.
Please.
But I
'Cause
feel
he's
like I
like-
feel like
like-
the Night King is
I
not going
feel
to be
like
able
he
to be
was
killed
in-
by fire like that.
But he was in like
I mean,
breath
yeah,
range.
probably
Because
but
what
But
happened?
still, it still kind of stop him from throwing a spear at fucking.
Yeah, maybe.
not necessarily.
But-
I mean, he could.
He can't see through fire.
It would have been cool
There's
though.
fire in his face.
It would've
Black
been
in
cool.
his face. He can't see through that and fucking hit the dragon.
It would have been cool if like one dragon came at him and was like just fills the area with fire, and then out of the fire you see the spear just come through.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like that didn't even affect me. The spear just comes through and takes out
Yeah.
that dragon.
Because
I don't
previously we seen like
Yeah, he walks through
he
fire.
walks through fire and it just like
But it's
fucking
just like-
extinguishes
But
as
yeah,
soon as
it's
he
like-
touches.
it's
He
but
so-
gets
it's
close
just
to
like
it.
Yeah.
fire. Like it's not like a fucking blast of fire coming at him.
And
It's
that
just
and
like
that
fire on
dragon
the
fire's
ground.
pretty intense.
I'm just saying, watch in the next season when they're actually fighting, fucking
just gonna
Drogon's
eat-
gonna blast the fucking
Night
breath
King,
of fire,
and
and
he's gonna eat it.
he's just gonna like hold up his hands, and they're just gonna
because
fucking
he's so cold.
blow
that
everything
it doesn't
away.
fucking- He's like a walking fire extinguisher.
Yeah, but in Pokemon, fire beats ice.
And this isn't Pokemon.
This isn't Pokemon's.
But it's Pokemon. Those are elements. They use physics to explain why certain Pokemon are weak against other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because
And-
fire melts ice.
Fire
No, they
But the
don't
water
because they brought in fairy type
extinguishes the
Pokemon.
fire.
How does a fairy beat a dragon? How does poison beat fairy? How does steel beat fairy?
He makes
Because
a
you
valid
could just fucking whack a fairy with a steel thing.
Shit, I had something to say. Oh, the
And
other
maybe
thing-
dragons are like elephants with ants. They don't fucking. They're like fairies. Oh,
do you
gonna
remember
fly in my ear and eat my brain.
what you saying about the guys with the morph suits in Game of Thrones? It reminded me of Evil Dead. Or no, Army of Darkness, when they're showing all the
Yeah.
all the
I keep wanting to call those things deadites.
the Deadites. Oh, the White Walkers.
Yeah, not the the White Walkers are the main like
Are the blue and white are the blue
like
white skin
that
ones?
seem
Oh,
like the
yeah, yeah.
colonels and shit.
Whites are the
It's kind of confusing,
undead.
right?
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, the undead army thing.
And
Oh,
the,
the
oh, the
Mariachi
stronger
Murderer's
ones.
back.
Shit, yeah, I heard that too.
He approves of our podcast again.
Yeah, right.
We
He's gonna-
recovered from
he's-
that
He's gonna let us
awful.
finish before we
Everything
murder.
comes from this way. There's no light that way.
Yeah, but then once he comes into the
But he's
light,
got to stop right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because-
you're right.
there's enough light. We're protected. We're in the halo. of
How are
light
we gonna
now.
get back
What if
in
he's
though?
behind us already?
You know, he's already he got
He's
behind the
standing on
sofa
the
before he got behind the sofa before the light came on. What was I saying? Oh, but with Army of Darkness, Army of Darkness. There's that scene when all the Deadites are around, and they're about to storm the castle, and like there's it's like okay, remember?
Sally forth.
Yeah, but remember when the messenger rides up and he's got like there's two of them. There's like one is all complete skeleton and the other one's got like he's like a demon looking thing.
Yeah.
In the far shot when they're riding up, you can see that the demon's actually controlling the horse and the skeleton is just it's a prop skeleton on a horse and it's just bouncing it like. And then like there's other scenes where when they zoom in close enough to some of the guys where you can see there's a skull mask, morph suit, the whatever the armor, morph suit, blood.
Yeah, I did notice that too.
Like there's like it looks like they're wearing.
But that was kind of the style of the movie.
Yeah, that is kind of the style of the movie. And then also, if you think of how old that movie is, I mean, and how low budget it is. That's one of the things I loved about those movies, though, because even with like, have you ever watched Part 1 and 2, Evil Dead 1 and 2?
Huh?
You've seen Evil Dead 1 and 2.
I have. I've seen the first one.
You've seen the first. Have you seen the second one?
No.
The second
I
one
don't think
is
so.
it's the same movie, but better. It's the exact same movie.
Uh-huh.
It's Ash and his girlfriend and his friends, and they go. It's a little less creepy, but it's like because the first one they made.
It was unintentionally funny.
It was
right.
unintentionally funny, and it was also like it was just them with like they literally had no money, they had no experience, they just went out there to make this fucking movie, you know, and they came out the way it came out. So the second one, they actually got a studio to back them and said, "Hey, you guys did a good job with this first movie, make a sequel." So they went out and just made the same movie with money this time.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's good.
My bad.
It's all good. But I recommend seeing the second one. Have you seen the remake?
I like the show. The show's
I
good.
saw parts of it. I never actually got to
okay.
see the whole thing.
It's alright.
'Cause
The
I don't
show's good.
I saw the show.
The show,
I love the show.
love the show. The remake, I enjoyed the remake. It has a nice twist ending, like that I didn't see coming. Like there's this whole build up because it's a remake of the original, so you're expecting a certain, you know what I mean. The one thing that they don't have is like the whole time you're watching the movie is like who's the new Ash, who's the new hero, you know what I mean? And like there's like they kind of build up, okay, it's this person, this person, and like they do it really well. And the way they change everything up too, like where it's like how he becomes the person he becomes, or how the hero becomes the hero. Like it's more intense. It's more of I don't know. It's really good. I liked it. It obviously it's not the Sam Raimi, you know.
He doesn't lose his hand in the first one, right?
No, he doesn't. In
He was in the second one?
The second one he does.
I think he loses his hand. No, you're right.
No, he doesn't, because
But the first movie, the first and the second, they don't correlate. They're like the same movie.
it's the same movie. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
It's just a little different style.
Yeah, it's just they had money for one, and they didn't.
Yeah.
They,
Did he lose his hand in the remake?
I don't remember.
I think so. On the remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have to cut his hand off with a chainsaw?
I don't know. He was a bitch in the new one. It wasn't even really about. I don't think was there an Ashley in it?
Was he even
There's
Ash?
there's
The girl was the like main character.
Yeah, she becomes the hero at the end. I didn't want to ruin it for we hadn't seen it, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. But
I think I did see the end. It's the girl from Modern Family, right?
Yeah.
No,
So spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it. Yeah, she because like remember it's like they kind of build up that it's gonna be her brother that's gonna save everyone because they the whole thing is like this one they changed the story up because before it was just a bunch of friends going to the cabin. This one they're taking the sister up to the cabin as a bunch of friends, but it's because she's all doped out and they're trying to like get her away from drugs. So they're taking her to this cabin like they're 3 days or 4 days of no contact with anyone. that would have been awesome. That would have made the match even better.
Imagine that
Or-
we just Stone Cold stuns both of them.
He just comes out, yeah, stuns both of them, smash some fucking beers together, just walks out, flipping everyone off.
Whose side would he be on?
He would just.
He would be on his own
Stone
side.
Cold- He would stone both of them.
Yeah, he would have got both of them and walked the fuck out. Actually, no, they would have
Stone
both.
Cold wins.
They
Stone Cold wins.
They would have both been laid out in the ring. Well, he went to every corner, smashed some beers together, and downed them. And then like it would have just faded out. They would just have the WWE logo in his back.
This is the real fighting sport.
So I was saying, so yeah, that's why they get to the cabin, and then the fucking nerdy, the one with the beard, which is like the same friend in the original, like he finds a book and then reads from it, just like the same way, and then they all die, and then it's like the brother and the sister are towards the end, and she gets possessed by the Deadite just like the sister in the first one, but then she's able to, I think she forces it out of herself or something like that, or something, somehow it gets forced out of her. But like so that at the very end she has to fight the Deadite version of herself because like it's still in her and it's like raining blood and then like that's when she kills everything and like she becomes the Ash character that fucking just like everyone's dead, I'm the lone survivor, I had to kill this fucking thing, and I think the ending was really well done on that one. Like it was really,
It was a good movie.
it was a good build up, and then like what sold me was the ending. Seriously, that's what sold me in that one because it was just so well, just like bam, like here it is, you know.
Well, they didn't necessarily try to copy what happened in the
No,
in
no,
the
no.
originals.
They did. And then at the end credits, if you watch all the way to the end, it was like it's just Ash. It just zooms in on Ash and it just says groovy, and then like that's it.
Oh,
She
yeah.
says groovy?
No, he
No,
does.
the
Ash,
actual-
the
Oh, the
actual,
actual Ash?
yeah, actual like Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, that fucker's tall as fuck,
That
man.
show's good.
Yeah,
seen
that
the new season?
show's really
Yeah.
good.
I watched them.
For whatever reason, I can't get past the second episode. Every time I watch the second episode, like when they steal the fucking Delta, and then like I get whatever
That
reason
third episode is crazy as fuck.
I need to fucking start watching
Yeah.
it again.
I was like, what? Oh.
I need to watch it. Don't spoil it
Oh.
for me. Don't spoil that one for me.
Did that just happen?
Oh.
my
my
God.
God.
The whole fucking morgue scene in the second episode though, when
Oh, yeah,
when he
that's
gets
good.
sucked up in the asshole of the dead body.
Yeah, it should just escalate. It just keeps escalating in that second season, though.
But what I like is like when he's getting sucked up into the ass and his head's up there, the fucking dick is just right there on his forehead with the piercing. It's just like that shit was hilarious. So I was gonna ask you guys about movies when the trailer spoils the movie. Do you feel like it ruins the whole movie? Does it ruin just that moment for you?
It ruins the moments that are in that trailer,
Yeah,
and depending on whether or not those are the best moments in
in the movie.
or not, then yeah, it does ruin.
Because they did a study in 2011 that people agreed with. Like it was like, yeah, that ruins the movie. And then they did another study recently that people were like, no,
Like Star Wars, like the Chewie were home when they get on the Millennium
You know
Falcon.
what,
I was just like, all right.
no, that you know what, that didn't ruin that scene for me. That scene still chokes me up.
I don't like.
I didn't do it. Like in the theater when I was watching it, everyone was like, "Woo!" I was just like,
No, that
We've
scene
seen
still
this.
gets me a little bit. I don't
"We've
know
seen
why.
this."
Nah, bro.
Just
Yeah,
like
I
with
don't like trailers. There's like scenes in the movie where they like show characters just from the feet, and like they enter the room, they have it just from the feet, and then they zoom up and they show who the character is.
I hate when they
And
do
then-
that. Like,
But like you're
You're talking
like,
about, like,
but it would be
Expendables or some
cool.
shit, right?
It
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
cool if you hadn't seen the trailer and you don't know who the fuck exactly. You know that there's the two main characters
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah,
Because there's usually two main, there's a star and a co-star, and then like a villain like is a surprise, like oh it's this guy.
yeah, like,
Like
yeah,
Guardians 2.
yeah.
They didn't tell you who the villain was until you actually saw the movie.
Yeah, like you knew what's name was gonna be in it, and like if you know the comic series, but most people don't know the comic series. I've heard of Ego the Living Planet prior,
Right.
but I
But
didn't
still,
really know.
you didn't know
I
that
didn't-
he
yeah.
was a character at
I-
all in the movie or
Yeah, exactly,
anything
exactly.
close to that.
Yeah, like I did not see that coming. Oh, I did, but like not
Well,
so.
once you heard his name was Ego, I'm sure you connected the dots, right?
Not really. Like it wasn't until they were like, I felt something was wrong when they were there on the planet. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it wasn't until fucking Gamora and Nebula found that room with all the skulls. It was like, oh fuck, he's the villain. Like, 'cause up
Oh,
until this point-
so you figured it out when everyone else figured it
yeah,
out.
yeah, no. But like, I knew Ego was an evil character, but the way they were playing him and the way they were playing the Sovereign and the way they were playing Ego, like I thought, okay, I figured, okay, the Sovereign was the main villain, and this is just some filler until we get the Sovereign back.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then once it got to that point, I was like, oh shit, like it was a good twist to me.
Yeah.
Like, because I thought they were, because like, I mean, the Marvel universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for kind of changing the characters up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Is Adam Warlock gonna be all gold like the Sovereign?
I hope not. I hope not. He might be though, because he's supposed to be part of the Sovereign. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with it, and I don't know. I wonder if he's gonna be in Infinity Wars, because he's a huge part of the Infinity War comic series.
He might be
Might be in the second
maybe
one.
part 2.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think there's like 2 movies in between, right?
Oh god, I know Black Panther is after.
Because it's
Black Panther and Captain
Infinity
Marvel.
War, and then there's like three movies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next year, Infinity War Part 2,
Yeah, Black Panther and Captain Marvel is gonna be.
and maybe Guardians 3, right?
Is Guardians 3? I don't know. Let me see.
No, because Infinity War is next year. Guardians would have to come
Justice
the
League.
year after.
Yeah. It might be another event. No, because these are the two Avenger
The
movies.
League of Extraordinary Friends.
They might introduce him in part 1 and not really use him, and then he'll come in part 2 or something.
Yeah, they might bring him in. Let's see, Phase 4 Marvel Cinematic.
The Friends of Extraordinary Abilities.
There was what was that movie? They were like, I saw it, like it got a lot of hype when it first like.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No, it's not that one. Spider-Man 2 and
Dr.
Guardians
Jekyll
3.
and Mr. Hyde?
No, what was it? The School for Gifted Children or something like that. It was like
Miss
Miss.
Pettigrew's.
Yeah.
Gifted retards.
Yeah, something like that. And it was
I'm
like
just kidding about saying retard.
so Guardians 2, Spider-Man Homecoming,
But they are
Thor
stupid kids.
Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity Wars, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel.
Ant-Man.
Another Ant-Man?
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
And then let's see, here we go.
Why Ant?
So yeah, okay. It was
Why
Civil War,
Ant-Man?
Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Spider-Man
Why?
Homecoming.
Ant-Man was pretty good.
Was one?
Why Ant-Man?
I like Ant-Man. Fucking what's his name was hilarious.
And I don't like
alright.
how they made Shane the Punisher. I don't buy him as the Punisher.
I think he did a
Well,
great
that's
job.
not in the
as
same
Punisher.
world. The Netflix and
That's not even the
and
same
MCO
universe,
is
bro.
not the same universe.
That's not even the same universe.
not the same
bro. They're
universe, bro.
parallel universes.
Why wasn't the Punisher in the Defenders? What the fuck?
You know, I've only seen the first episode.
He
of
should
Defenders.
have been in the
How come the
Defenders.
Blade's not? How come Blade's not in?
He'll get his own Netflix series in a little bit.
Think so? You think they're
That'd
gonna
be
still
cool.
have Wesley Snipes? Nah, they're gonna bring Donald Glover. What if they made Donald Glover Blade? Young Blade.
That'd be nice.
Well, they've
They
already.
should do
No,
Young Blade.
I mean, they could, but they've already had him in the movie. They've already had him in Spider-Man as a Prowler. You know what I mean?
So what?
That's
That's
MCU.
not the same universe.
Good point.
God, he said it.
Good point. I
Know
don't
the rules, guy.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I still don't like Shane as fucking the Punisher.
I
Well,
think
if
he
it's
did a
not
good
the same
job.
universe, they could have him.
Microsoft execs
Dude,
are.
it's fucking Mariachi Murderer.
Yeah, he's back.
He's
Microsoft.
making the rounds.
Microsoft is actually sitting down with Sony and trying to convince them to do crossplay.
Who?
Microsoft is actually like they have a meeting. They announced at Gamescom that they've been sitting with Sony and sitting
What?
down trying to get crossplay.
I heard
working.
good things about. Well, I don't know. I just see headlines that Microsoft is doing good things, like Gamescom or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think this was one of the things that they were talking about. Because one of the things I hate is like you keep getting these clickbait articles.
Well,
and it's like
It's because Microsoft's in a position where they have to.
they need crossplay.
They need to be more
They need more
resourceful
games,
with
man.
what they have.
Yeah.
They don't
Or
have no
PlayStation's
games.
kind of safe where they are. They
Yeah.
don't really
Well,
have
see,
to.
the thing about it is
They
okay.
have no exclusives. They need badass
Xbox?
exclusives
Yeah.
like PlayStation, like fucking the
Dude,
new one coming out.
Hellblade. Have you guys heard about Hellblade?
Yes.
No.
Hellblade's a game that came out about 2 months ago or a month
Yeah.
ago, and
I've seen some
Have
gameplay.
you
of
played
it.
it? You played it?
no,
It's a little hack and from what I've seen gameplay wise, it looks a little hack and slashy. But
yeah.
it still looks really good.
The whole thing is you're schizophrenic,
Yeah.
and the entire time you're hearing voices in your head,
Yeah.
and
Like the more damage you take.
supposedly they had like psychiatric doctors like go like kind of try and help simulate what it actually feels like, and supposedly that's like what it feels like
Yeah.
to be schizophrenic.
That's yeah. I've heard it's pretty insane. I want to check
It's
it
a
out.
game of the year contender right now.
Yeah.
What is it on?
It's on major consoles.
PlayStation 4. 30.
Yeah.
It's $30.
You heard that too?
That's the murder. That's a
Pretty
Mariachi
sweet,
murder.
man.
Yeah, I heard that shit too. I wonder if that picked up. Fucking Mario. He moved on from us. We turned on the lights. Somebody else got taken out.
Yeah, I think that was a screen. It might have been at home.
It's not like over there though. To me,
No, it's not over there.
I don't know, my
For
hearing's
sure.
all fucked up from being in the military, so it could have maybe. Wait, yeah, in my right ear is the ear that's fucked up. So
What happened to you?
it's just being on the range from shooting rifles and then working with loud equipment. My right ear, like as a mechanic, that's you're right-handed, so you're working with your arm.
Oh, that's one thing I didn't like about the World War II beta. There's a thing called shell shock,
Uh-huh.
and you can get it from your teammates
Yeah.
throwing grenades. It's really annoying.
What's it do?
Well, like it like stuns you, and you're like, and you lose your hearing, and you kind of like.
Well, that's
it
a
goes
real
into-
thing.
Yeah, I know it's a real thing, but like the fact that you get it from your own teammates when they throw a fucking grenade,
Yeah, that's kind of.
it's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
I know technically accurate.
Yeah, but
But
I mean,
it's
they
not.
could. I mean, yeah, they should tweak that. But yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see that's kind of stupid. Shit. What was I saying? I was saying something about something. I forget. Guardians before the Mariachi Murderer and the Scream. Oh, Hellblade. Fuck, I lost it. So I mean, I could rewind and go back, but then it's lost in
there's
the
no
ether.
point. They said that people who bought the pay-per-view on Fight Pass, the stream didn't work,
Really?
and they're trying not to refund them.
Oh, I'd be fucking pissed. That was that weird. There was that weird fucking. What was it during the Fonseca fight?
Yeah.
Where-
Oh yeah, when it kind of was acting weird.
Yeah, it started glitching out, and then it went.
When the government
Whoop!
took a picture of everyone.
Yeah,
It was CIA.
CIA taking pictures of everyone to watch the fight. That was a good fight up until that last. You know what I mean?
What?
That
The
until-
Fonseca.
The Fonseca
Oh
fight.
yeah.
That was a good fight because it was a good back and forth. I thought.
And I was going for Fonseca, and then
Me
he pulled
too.
like a bitch move.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like yeah. Okay, yeah. You got hit. Like look at Mayweather got hit in the back of the head how many times?
Mm-hmm.
Like he got punched in the head.
He kept fighting and he won. Good job.
Like fuck, man. Like that was such a bullshit ending. Like it was like what he like I said, like you said. I thought maybe he was like just trying to catch us, but like he got hit. He was taking it because like he didn't drop. He grabbed the guy's waist and went down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So I thought
because it kind of counts as a knockdown.
it still counts as a knockdown, but
he,
you know they're
he
gonna
kind of did that because he got hit.
yeah.
But that fucking and then he pushed him down from the back of the head.
But that was after because the ref was already trying to break him up and he wasn't letting go, so he just started shoved the back of his head down.
Yeah.
So I thought yeah, and I think one of the announcers said yeah he was selling that.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to sell. Like oh they pushed the back of my head on top of being punched in the head.
Yeah.
But he didn't-
hitting me in the back.
But he didn't punch. He didn't punch him. He didn't hit him hard. He just shoved him. Like he literally just put
Yeah.
gloves on him and then shoved.
Shoved him down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That guy's a bitch. He's
Yeah,
not
that-
gonna get any big fights ever again.
Oh yeah, no, he fucking ruined. That was his American debut as a fighter too.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he's fucked his career with that. I think. Like that was fucking bullshit. And the next big fight is Triple G Canelo.
Yeah.
That's
like
in
3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's what? It's in
3
20
weeks,
days.
yeah. 3 weeks.
Because it's on the 16th.
Yeah.
So
3 weeks.
'Cause next week it'll be like the 29th or
That
something.
should be a good
Yeah.
fight too. Man.
that's gonna be a hell of a fight.
It's not gonna cost $100.
Yeah.
This was a good fight though. I told you Connor doesn't have it in him to be boring.
Yeah, you know what?
And he made
yeah.
Mayweather come forward and because he has reach and he was using his distance so well. He made Mayweather have to come forward.
You know, I think it was because of the Pacquiao fight that I was expecting a boring fight. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, but
His last like 4 fights.
But yeah, his
have
last
been
4
on-
fights have been
Yeah,
boring.
but-
they've been. He dances around, he counter punches, he scores points.
that's also because the person he's fighting is being more tactical too.
Yeah.
McGregor.
McGregor, yeah.
McGregor had belief that he was gonna knock him out. He literally believed that.
There,
And that's
like I said,
what
there was a
made
point in
him
the
get
fight where I
knocked
thought he might have. There was a point in the fight where I thought maybe he might
He
actually
might
knock
win.
him out. Like,
when he hit him to the body and then Mayweather was trying to like be like, oh, he hit me low, and he was kind of acting like he was hurt. I
yeah,
thought he was actually hurt from that. 'cause,
yeah, I
like,
thought he was too. And there was one point where Mayweather
sometimes like,
staggered.
like okay, yeah, they hit him here, but they didn't hit you in the dick. Why are you
Yeah.
acting like you got hit right in the dick?
Yeah,
Because it actually hurt, you know.
dude, that one fucker. What was the other dude? Davis? Fucking
Gervonta.
yeah. He threw two like straight dick punches. Like he did the fucking straight just like right to the dick.
Yeah.
Like-
that ref pissed me off at the beginning, man. When he's doing that long ass fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why it made me so mad.
It was just, well, you know, it was
It
because
was way
there was
too
so
long.
much hype for the fight, and then like it felt like he was scolding McGregor before
Yeah,
shit
like
happened.
it was really.
He's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like this, like you don't know what boxing is. I'm gonna tell you everything. Like
Yeah.
they just went over this in the fucking locker room.
Yeah, right. You don't
Like-
have to fucking give a speech.
Yeah.
But he did okay. He did a good job.
He did. You know, he did a
Yeah.
great job
I-
once the fight started.
I felt he could have warned McGregor a little more stern on those fucking hammer fists.
but I think, but again, like
But
we talked about,
he was being fair.
But again, like, and like that's why he kept telling Mayweather, keep your head up,
Yeah.
keep your head up, because Mayweather was baiting him into that shit.
Yeah.
Same thing with he kept turning every time they clinched, he kept turning his back to him.
Yeah,
Because he was trying to get him DQ'd, or he was trying to get him.
Yeah, breaking up
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
He was trying to get
Stop
but-
the action.
Yeah, I think overall it was a great fight. I think it was it was way better than I anticipated. I enjoyed it immensely. Zero, your thoughts?
Yes,
Yes.
I agree with you.
All right.
I
Think I-
concur.
think on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up, B. Before we get killed by this mariachi.
Yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. If this episode never gets uploaded, it's gonna be found like the fucking Blair Witch Project. And
They're gonna make a movie about us. It's just gonna be us talking
You're
here.
gonna hear that acoustic guitar, you know how they do those last notes, and then we're just gonna be like, ah.
yeah, yeah. The light's gonna flicker out. It's gonna flicker back on. We're all gonna be here with their throats slit. Just and a couple
Jalapeno stuffed in our mouths.
and some Coronas. On that note, don't forget to follow us on Twitters at Real Press Start and Facebook at The Real Press Start.
Check us out on Spotify.
On Spotify, yes. On iTunes, on Twitch. No, not Twitch. Stitcher. Spreaker. Fucking Google Play. Fucking. You can get us anywhere you get a podcast. You can get the show. So tell your friends. On that note.
What are we talking about?
Game over. No more questions.